Hello, hello, hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, Graydon. It's so great to see you.
Hey,
Happy full moon.
my goodness me, I can't believe that it is here. I've been watching it all week because I've been away where you can actually see the moon and all the stars, and you feel so much connected, so
Yeah.
much more connected.
And this is a very special one, it being the full moon in Leo, the wolf moon, the very first full moon of 2024. So it really does feel like clean slate, like let's come forward, let's see what it is that we really need to release to step
Mm,
into the full power of who we are. And that's what Leo is all about. So I'm really excited to get into it with you. But to
mhm.
start, for those of who are joining, maybe we could do a little introduction of who we are. I'm sure they're familiar with you, but for those of you who don't know me and are just tuning in, meeting me for the first time, my name is Rowan, and I am an energetic embodiment expert with my business, Muse Selfcare. I'm all about really using self-care as a tool for deeper self-connection and self-discovery. And that's what I hope today. I'm going to lead you through a full moon ritual that I've created. So we're going to do a little meditation, really ground down into our energy. The full moon is all about illuminating what needs to be released. So we're going to tap into our energy, do a little bit of EFT tapping, a little bit of
Mhm.
breath work, and then get into the nitty gritty of a full moon ritual skincare facial that we're going to infuse some affirmations and utilize the beautiful Graydon line, which I'm so excited for. And then, of course, talk a little bit about the full moon, maybe some information that can help you as we navigate this time. I know for myself, the full moon is always a time where I struggle to sleep, but I also just feel the impact where my emotions can just feel so much bigger. And especially for me, like my rising sign, my
Mm.
ascendant is in Leo. So I'm really like feeling this energy. But what about you, Graydon? Are you feeling this energy of this full moon? The impact?
Yeah, I am. Like, there's part of me that's somewhat grounded, but I also feel a little disoriented. And full disclosure, I was in El Salvador last week,
Ooh.
and in a very remote little fishing village, like not a touristy place.
Mhm.
And living in downtown Toronto, and really all you see is skyscrapers, and you can look up and see the moon, but it's also cold outside.
Yeah.
So you're just not connected. So I was actually swimming at night, which is something I've never really done in the ocean, and just actually just feeling the enormity of being this tiny little speck within the ocean and the universe. It really helped to connect me a lot more.
Mhm.
And it was just so interesting to just see the shape of the moon change on a nightly basis, to see when the moon came out in the afternoon. And so I'm in that place of like ambiguity, never land. And I wasn't even away that long. It's not like I spent 6 months there.
Yeah.
But like I am feeling like the attachment to my primal body that wants to be who and what it is. And then
Mhm.
also realizing, oh, you're back, you got to function, you have deadlines. And so I'm feeling this literally as if I'm being tossed about in an ocean, and I'm just trying to like get my sea legs and stand up again.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hope today the grounding will really help you get that clarity on, what it is you want to move forward. And I hope everybody tuning in today gets that too, because it's funny how the small actions that we can take, you know, even simply adding affirmations and making skincare, maybe you use this exact skincare routine every day, but infusing a little element of ritual into your skincare routine can really connect yourself deeper to not only yourself, but to the energies around you, to the energies of the moon. And just like you're saying, like, we are just a little speck in this, you know, grand universe, and really realizing how special and incredible it is that we get this gift of life. So
Right.
infusing gratitude into it as well is really
Mhm.
beautiful. For those who are tuning in and don't know who you are, do you want to give a little rundown of what it is that Graydon?
Absolutely. I would love that. So I'm Graydon, and I am the founder of Graydon Skincare, and we're very focused on formulating our products with really effective nutrient and dense ingredients, and that comes from my time as a chef, having a food delivery business, and catering to people who had some real health challenges. And um, uh, I was focusing on, plant-based, whole foods, macrobiotic, and also really embracing my love for superfoods, and also teaching yoga for well over 15 years, just working with people in their body, how to nourish their body through movement, through sharing, through sound, and then slyly feeding their skin with my bespoke lotions and potions before Graydon Skincare was actually a thing.
Yeah.
And here we are, some years later, and I think something that I've been reflecting on a lot more, which does require a lot of grounding and affirmation. So I'm looking forward to what you're going to share with us. But I'm now quite a bit older than I was when I first started teaching yoga and developing skincare. So really embracing who I am as, someone in their 50s, and just wanting to be in my body and normalize aging, and focusing on, I cringe when I hear the word anti-aging, but I really think that skin longevity is
Mm,
really what's important to
yeah.
me as a person. And I think that whether you're in your 20s or your 80s, um, you if you are feeding your body literally, figuratively, and literally, in all the different ways, you're just going to look and feel your best, which, the benefit of that is actually in enjoying how you feel, and, in many cases, your appearance too. So
Yeah.
that's really a lot what we're focusing in Graydon, and I just love the energy work that you're providing, because it really ties into feeding the mind, body, and spirit. You can't just do really one of those things and expect
100%.
miracles.
100%. And that's where I think we're very aligned, is that holistic approach. Everything is connected. So that holistic approach to taking care of the outside and the inside, and how that can really make you feel. And it's funny because as you're speaking, it really connects to the energy of Leo, of
Cool.
this whole like embracing who you are, the fullness of your true being, the authentic expression of who you are, moving forward and doing it with confidence. I think that is so beautiful. And you know what, that's a great segue into just talking about this energy of Leo that people might be feeling right now. And I think it is really important to recognize that there is always a high vibration and a low vibration of every sign. So for instance, with Leo, like, it's a very creative and fun and passionate sign. It's a fire sign,
Yeah.
right? And it's all about building that confidence, and through self-expression,
Mhm.
figuring out who you are underneath underneath it all. And that's so much of the work that I do is through human design, through self-care, understanding your authentic self, the roadmap of who you are without the shame and programming that came in before that. So Leo's really about getting to that authentic core of who you are. But the low expression of that is the ego, a little too, when the that overdrive of confidence could be come off across very egotistical. But also it's like sometimes Leo, when it's in its detriment, can actually be like manifest as imposter syndrome, feeling like, oh my gosh, like, wanting to do things so perfect that you end up doing nothing at all, right? And doing your best. Yeah, that's what like a lot of people with. And I think anybody who puts out a business, starts a business, like that's something that you really have to deal with, is the imposter syndrome. So this might be coming about right now for a lot of people. And, I always look at the full moon as a really powerful time of self-reflection and embracing that inner strength, especially with Leo. It's the lion, it's that you roar out. And it's funny because the wolf moon actually got its name because the wolves are so active when it's a cold night, they're howling at the moon. But I really look at it too, as well as like the Leo being like roaring with that and electrifying your heart and your spirit, and really seeing what is it that you want to move forward this year. Like, I know this is a time of goal setting and setting intention. So it's like, what is it that really drives you? What did you come here on this earth to do? And how can you leave your mark? So the more we can get clear on what it is that we want, the easier it is for us to walk towards it, right? And I'm a huge believer that whatever it is that we want to set our minds to, we can do. We don't have to jump off a bridge and to make it happen. Sometimes it's just that small little next step that we need to do. So I really hope for everybody watching that by the end of this, you're going to have a really clear indication of what it is in your heart, what that next step is that you're going to walk towards. And with confidence. Confidence is the key to the Leo energy.
Really?
Yeah. And then one other thing I do want to mention, because I think it is so, it's so monumental and it doesn't happen all the time. It's quite a rare occasion in astrology, is the shift that we had on January 20th of Pluto. And Pluto is a planet of transformation. It's of survival. It's life and death. And it only changes about every 20 years. So the last time it changed was actually in 2008, and it was in the sign of Capricorn. So it's been in the sign for Capricorn. It is going to make a little short dip back into Capricorn, but for the most part, it's going to be in the sign of Aquarius. So, when you look at the stark contrast of Capricorn, which is a sign of, ambition, it's an earth sign, it's very grounded, and what's interesting is if you look at 2008, what's a huge thing that happened at the financial crisis, the bubble that burst. Looking at that in terms of survival, how we've been really, in this place of like scarcity. And now we're switching into Aquarius, which Aquarius is known as like the forward thinker, the innovator. It's the one that really is all about community coming together. So this is a time of revolution. This is a time of authenticity and expressing yourself and being who you are without, the collective. We all have something very individual about us that we can bring to the table for the greater good of the whole. So it's just something interesting to really think about right now and reflect on. Things are shifting, things are changing. And I think that is something that as human beings, we struggle with a lot, is change. So being here today, I hope to guide you along and we can just embrace the change that comes our way.
Right.
Amazing.
I am down, and I would like to warn the audience that you're probably going to see me with my mouth open, and I say that in jest of myself. when I have worked with Rowan in the past, I find myself yawning, and I am tired already for reasons I don't need to go into, but I'm going to take that as a positive release
Mhm.
for my body to actually open up. But I wouldn't want to be rude.
Oh my gosh.
Actions would be considered like, oh my God, what is this lady doing yawning? So with
No,
your permission, I may
yeah.
yawn a little.
Yes, yawn, release. This is to everybody at home as well. Like stretch, do what you need to do. To let the energies flow because you know, we are made up of energy and we're not meant to be stagnant. So the more that you can listen to yourself and let the energy flow, the better and the more you'll actually get out of this experience. So
Okay.
yay.
Not
So
no.
yeah, on that note, let's just get right into it. We're going to get into our little meditation. So feel free to close your eyes. I like to make sure you have a straight back. I often like to pretend like there's a string at the top of my head, just pulling me gently so that I feel connected to the sky, and then ground down your feet into the ground and to the earth, just pretending like there is something pulling you to the center of the ground. So we're gonna take a deep breath in through the nose, and we're gonna sigh it all out through the mouth. Gonna do that a couple times. So breathe in again. Nice full breath, and let it all out. One more time, breathe in through the nose and let out the biggest sigh yet. Let it all go. Good job. Now we're gonna really I want you to connect with the full moon energy. So whatever that feels like to you, maybe it's a color that we're breathing in, the sunshine, you can feel it on yourself, that Leo energy. As we breathe in, I want you to pull in the energy of the full moon. And as you breathe out, I want you to release what no longer serves you. I'm going to do that again. Breathe in the energy of the full moon. And release what no longer serves you. Amazing. Now, with our next breath in, I want you to breathe in confidence. Fill your entire body with confidence, whatever that feels like inside of you. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine you're breathing out all the self-doubt that has been stagnant inside of you. Let out the self-doubt, no longer serves you. With our next breath in, I want you to breathe in authenticity. Fill your body with the feeling of being authentic to yourself, showing up in the world with authenticity. And then as we breathe out, I want you to release people pleasing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I'm a little personal.
Let it go. It no longer serves you. The people pleasing. That ends today. Let all that energy out of your body. Now, with our final little breath here, I want you to imagine you're breathing in self-love. Infuse every cell in your body with self-love. You can give yourself a little hug if you feel called to, but whatever you need to do to really feel and let the feeling of self-love permeate through your entire body. And when you're full of self-love, we're going to release through the mouth
Ooh.
the energy of your inner critic. Let that inner critic go. It does not serve you right now. So let it all go. And once that is all out, you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can come back to the room. And whenever you feel ready, you can pop open your eyes and welcome back. The yawns are coming. That's a good sign.
And the eyes are very watery.
Oh,
And then like it's just as my body is has a very physical reaction, which is probably a good sign.
Yeah, it is a good sign. It is a really good sign. That means energy is moving. So, giving the opportunity to do that is great. Okay, so we're going to move right into the next part, which is breath work. So we're just going to do a quick little one that I always do because I think it's really relates to the energy of Leo. So every time I perform, I always do this breath work exercise. It just helps me ground and also helps me feel like connected to that confidence and turning my anxiety of performing into excitement. So it's really easy. We're going to do a breath. So it's a 2-part breath in. So we're breathing one long breath in through the nose. And just when you feel like you can't add any more, we're going to do one more little sip.
Okay.
And then a breath out. So
breath out of the mouth or the nose?
Out of the mouth.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to do a few rounds of that. All right. So in we go. Awesome. In we go. Release. And we'll do that again. Breathe in. Again. And let it all go. Do that one more time. Breathe in. And again. And let it all go. Woo. So hopefully I feel excited. Good.
I was a lion.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Yeah, that's a perfect for the Leo full moon. Okay. So this next one, we're going to do a little EFT tapping.
Good.
So,
and for those that don't know,
yes.
Can you tell us a tiny little bit about EFT?
Yeah, so EFT is emotional freedom technique. So it is all about tapping on your body's meridian points that can really help release. They're like pressure points that we hold energy. So what we're going to be doing is tapping on the different meridian points. So we have one, so you can either do it on the side of your hand here, or if you can find this sore spot, it's actually like 2 points. It's about like a hand.
Yeah.
When you touch it, you can instantly feel it. It's called the sore spot because it hurts. But so I like to do it on here. But you can, if that feels too painful or you don't want to go that deep, you can always do the side of your hand. And then the next spot is the top of your head. And then we have the eyebrow, which is the right here with the beginning of your eyebrow. Then the side of your eye, also the temple, under your eye, under your nose, the chin, the collarbone, and then your underarm. So how this is going to work is we'll start right here at the sore spot, and I'll say a little affirmation, and then you can all repeat. And yeah,
I have just question comment. Obviously, I'm always thinking about skincare and your skin health, but just make sure your hands are kind of clean.
Yeah, yeah.
You've been touching your phone or your computer. Um, I find also with this type of tapping, like there is a real restorative element. So, I might put a little bit of serum on my hands,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you'll really enjoy the experience a lot more if you are not using sticky fingers.
That is a very good point. And yeah, that would actually be good. I'm gonna add a little drop of the super moon because I love the serum, but also like why not add that little element of
Yeah, actually, I'm going to use a little bit of barrier action myself.
nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So when we're situated, we're going to start with the sore spot, and I'll say, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Amazing. So now to the top of the head. Even when I overthink, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I'm laughing because I always overthink. Even when I overthink, I deeply
and completely love and accept
myself.
Amazing. Okay, now move to the eyebrow. So even when I get upset, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even when I get upset, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Amazing. So now we're going to go to the side of the eye. Even when I judge myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even when I judge myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Amazing. Now we're going to go to under the eye. Even when I succumb to pressure, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even when I succumb to pressure,
I deeply
and completely
love and accept
myself.
Amazing. So now we're going to go to under the nose. Even when I feel overwhelmed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even when I feel overwhelmed,
I deeply and completely love
and accept myself.
Amazing. Now we're going to go to the chin. Even when I feel resentful, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even when I feel resentful, I deeply and completely love
and accept myself. Amazing. Okay, and now we're going to move down to the collarbone. So even when I'm afraid, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even when
I feel afraid, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Awesome. And then the last one, we're going to go under the arm. Even when I'm tired, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even when I'm tired, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
And that is a great tool to use whenever you're feeling a little overwhelmed, going through that. Really, like, especially if you're doing this on your own time, I like to give myself a number of like 1 to 10, a scale of how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling extremely activated, and then giving myself another number grade after I do it. And it's really interesting to see how the drastic shift of that. Great little tool there.
Yeah, I actually feel like I could or like should go and lie down on a yoga mat, like not to sleep, but just to let my body like the energy flow.
Yeah.
And I think this is something that we all struggle with. Just like, I know I should respond to this message or that message, but my body is like, hey, buddy, like,
Yeah.
you're tired, you're processing stuff. Like, give me a rest now so you can work longer later, or, I don't know, get up early or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like taking these little moments, I think it really builds that your inner compass, or like your inner authority is what we call it in human design. So how your soul really speaks to you. So the more that you give it space, the more you can actually hear what your body really wants and how your soul really communicates with you. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Hey.
Awesome. So now we're going to get to the fun part. So yeah, if you're at home, you can grab your products. We're going to do the full thing. If you're missing something, like feel free to, say the affirmation that I'm going to say on the step that you have. Yeah, make this your own, but I think it's great to be able to utilize the full line. And yeah, maybe you could talk a little bit. I know the supermoon is your new one, so if there's anything you want to mention about any of these, because I think it's really interesting how they're very aligned with the ritual aspect, especially having the malachite in it. It just infuses that. It is the crystal of transformation. So it's really interesting how, it's very aligned, especially with Pluto changing signs. So I think that's really cool. Yeah, and I'm here at the Detox Market, so you can
Great.
find all these products here at the Detox Market. And I know, yeah, so feel free to swing by. I'm at the Spadina location, but yeah, I love it.
And
So.
I was actually just thinking, a lot of people are time starved, and so a great way to kind of have a short but still effective routine is to do a skin smoothie. So maybe we can do a skin smoothie with these 3 and apply the products all at the same time.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
So yeah, let's do that. So let's start with, I'm going to start with the first step, which is the aloe milk cleanser, which is the first product I ever bought of Graydon's. And I think it was the very first product that I ever bought, like in the green, when I was switching over into the green beauty world. So it feels very aligned to be doing this, but I love the colors as well. The new pink.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll just briefly touch on the fact that this is a milky, like creamy cleanser. And the name is aloe milk. So no surprise, there is aloe in here, as well as some other amazing ingredients, including maple water, which is very hydrating and full of minerals.
While I'm putting this on and just like putting the aloe milk on my skin, I want to just infuse like a really an affirmation as we do it. Again, this is just this is a really great way of just being able to take your skincare routine, but making it a little more mindful. So as I'm putting this on, you could say out loud, the full moon in Leo magnifies my passion and purpose. So really let that feeling and the affirmation infuse into your skin.
Well, I will say it as you are cleansing your face. The full moon in Leo
magnifies my passion and purpose.
My passion and purpose.
Yeah.
Passion and purpose. Let that sink in.
Yes. And the thing I love a cream cleanser because I just feel like it's like a little hug. You're giving yourself a little like me smoothie.
Really, I'll just a little bit of personal storytelling. Like I mentioned that I was away, and I didn't bring this 100 ml bottle, which you can totally travel with, but I just was short on space. I missed this cleanser so much. I can't even tell you. It really is my, AM and PM like ritual just to wake up, my skin in the morning, but also just to you put it to bed at night,
Yeah.
because it is so effective at actually cleaning everything away, but just genuinely moisturizing your skin and leaving it so soft and smooth. So part of the reason why it is so soft and smooth, in addition to the maple water and aloe, is that it has apricot kernel oil in
Mm.
it, and it has also has black tea, which
Oh,
is very refreshing.
mm.
It's got niacinamide, so great B vitamin, and
Mhm.
it's pink because of gromwa root, which is full of antioxidants. So it's really like a creamy smoothie for your skin. And I noticed that when, even though I put it on a dry face, once I dampen my hands and I massage it in, it just even turns into its own texture. And yeah,
I love a
yeah,
cream cleanser because it's like takes off makeup really good, but without stripping your skin. And for me, like especially in the wintertime, my skin gets so dry and dehydrated. So you need
same.
aloe. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
good. Thank you. I'm and you knew that it won an award for best cleanser for combination skin.
Oh my gosh, I love that. No, I didn't know,
Mhm.
but honestly, it's been my fave for ages now. Um, I know that like the Switch
Mhm.
recently reformulated, right? So did it become what makes it pink?
It grandma root.
Oh,
So grandma root is
cool.
like this very intense root. And we were looking at, obviously we like to put really nutrient dense nutrient dense ingredients, and we were experimenting. And then we also noticed that when we used the grandma root, that it became this incredible, like really pretty pink color,
I
which,
love
yeah, which color is meaningful to me.
it. Mhm.
So I was like, this is meant to be. It's got just a tiny little bit of pink grapefruit, geranium, and blood orange, but it's almost imperceptible. It just
Mhm.
gives it that little je ne sais quoi. You can always do a quick mist if you want. Never really hurts.
I love a good mess, and I love the face food because it does feel like it's dessert, like the
Mhm.
scent, and it just feels like so luxurious. So I don't mind if I do. And while I do this, I will say the affirmation: I
Oh,
am a beacon of courage and creativity.
I am a beacon of courage and creativity.
Mm,
Yeah, I think I can own that one.
yes, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, I never get tired. My face never gets tired of face food.
Right.
So you have options here. So you can do typically after a hydrating mist, and just FYI, Rowan, you probably already know this, but our viewers might not, that this is a blend of silver, zinc, magnesium, copper, and malachite. So everything that you need to, silver helps to, silver kills germs. Magnesium is very balancing. Zinc tends to be anti-redness, inflammation. Copper helps with your collagen, and malachite also has a lot of copper in it as well, and is known to be detoxifying. Not to mention energetically impactful as well. And no essential oils, just a vanilla and peppermint extract. So subtle.
Refreshed.
Yeah, yeah. So if we go on to Berry Rich, Berry Rich is a beautiful blue color.
Mhm.
And it's made, not surprisingly, with blueberry seed oil.
So
It's
fun.
because it also has vegan probiotics and cacao in it,
Nice.
and blue green algae, which is like the most nutrient dense algae on the planet, full of plant based protein, enzymes, and Yeah, it also has a unique smell, unique in a good way. It smells yummy. It almost has almost like a cookie dough, but when I think of a cookie dough flavor, I think of like a very artificial flavor. This is not. This is almost like vanilla almond
Yeah.
smell. And you can see like a little goes a long way. So if you add a little bit of this mist on it and you could blend it together, you're going to notice that the berry rich really thins out
Mm. It's
really easily. And this in itself is totally sufficient.
Mhm.
But I want to add a little extra
Yeah.
goodness. So I'm going
You know,
to
full moon after all, so we might as well go.
this is like a 7-in-1 serum. It's water-based, so super suitable for all skin types. So there is botanical retinol from bakuchiol and um, um, also our duping. There's hyaluronic acid, but vegan hyaluronic acid, um, a plant-based collagen alternative from hogni bark, peptides from hibiscus, vitamin C from moringa, as well as anti-pollution from moringa, and we're using a root and an extract. Um, and it's really, yeah, obviously I'm biased, but really quite lovely. And just look at how that really thins out. So I tend to choose a morning smoothie and,
Mhm.
a- and an evening smoothie. Occasionally I'll call it an evening cocktail, but no, still dry January.
Yeah.
Quick. And um, and quite truthfully, and I'm sure everybody knows this, that alcohol is not your skin's best friend. So
Yeah.
always moderation,
Yeah.
or at least mindfulness about what you're consuming. Um, Particularly if your only reason is you don't want red, dry, irritated skin.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
yeah,
I feel
didn't
that.
want it.
I feel that.
So yeah, you just pat it, press it on like that, and you're good to go. And
Well,
then
do
you,
you
sorry, go ahead.
no, do you change anything for morning or night? Like do you add a little bit more of like the moisturizer, like the serum?
Absolutely. I do. I have this my grounding ritual is I ask my skin what it needs, like what it needs to eat, like what do you need for breakfast or for dinner or a before bed snack. And that's when I will get a little bit more connected. We have other products as well. We've got several different
Yeah.
moisturizers and different serums, and so I pick and choose all the time. But generally speaking, when you need more hydration, if you have dehydrated skin, then you're going to want to add either a water-based serum or face food, and if you have more dry skin, then that's when you need a moisturizer
Mm.
that is rich,
Yeah.
like berry rich, which also doubles as an eye cream. So
Yeah.
don't forget your delicate eye area,
I love
and and that's it. So
amazing.
go.
Well,
Well,
as you apply this, the affirmation that I would use is I express myself authentically with
mhm,
unwavering self-love. So really try to feel like you're infusing that self-love into you as you're applying
mm,
the product
I express myself authentically
with
as I
unwavering self-love.
live. Wow. Well, thank you, Rowan, for such a beautiful ritual. I'm so grateful. It's we've only gotten to know each other over the last several months, and your rituals have really made a big difference in my life. And I'm delighted to be collaborating with you. And I think we're also going to help to make a lot of other people happy. And really, that is my vision. Good skin days every day. And you only really get good skin days every day when you're nourishing other things beyond your skin. And so you really help people with that. So
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much. That
Yeah.
really a lot to me. You know, it is really my purpose to be of service, and I just feel like this is such an authentic alignment of our energies and our purpose put together. So grateful for everybody for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this. Like I said, you know, you can follow me at Muse Self-Care on Instagram, and let me know if this impacted you in any way. I love to hear feedback.
Okay. Well, yeah. Happy full moon, everybody.
Full moon.
Okay.